Chinese inter-region matches are so fun to watch and unexpected. You never know what's going to happen. The way they adjust their drafts is just amazing to watch. There's like a 6D chess going on.
Well, we'll keep an eye out on this Mirana. Jinkyu, of course, it's one of his signatures, one of his specials since back when he was playing on FTD. And for an ESL event, it wouldn't be real without the Mercedes MVP. And back into game. There we go. Super on the A8 with that headdress already up on RNG with Setsu. It is the mid brew. He's got himself a little quelling blade there. September Pango with an Orb of Venom. Flywin the Mars. Swinging up to top. And for now, Monet is down bottom all on his lonesome. But AA should join him. And looking at this, they've got Y Oracle, Jinkyu with the Boots First Mirana, and Faith Beyond Centaur down south. Nothing to say. Pugna mid. Sylar playing the Terrorblade. So these very timing-based heroes, it feels like, on EHOME. Pugna TB do need to have a decent laning stage. Bounty runes, looks like it's going to be the casual 2-for-2. Nothing spectacular going on there.
If you look at the build on Pugna, 2 branches, 2 shared tangos, a crown. This is what Thompson did before for the first time. Like, you get a lot of attributes that's +6. If you compare, like, let's say something bigger, Ultimate Orb that gives 10 attributes and costs 2.1k gold.
Yeah.
This is very cost efficient.
Yeah, I think Ultimate Orb, one of the kind of most expensive items for what it gives, one of the worst efficient gold spending in the game. Going to be facing up against the Brewmaster. We'll see what Nothing to Say can get going. And it looks like going into that Veil as quickly as possible. Bit of damage top from both sides. Y and Sylar, yeah, dropping a pause there. I'm not sure what was happening, but they've traded pretty ineffectively up against September and Flywin. Yeah, they're calling for the lag. So bottom,
just Ka.
Yeah, just lag.
No lag.
So I guess the great thing here down bottom is that Mirana can, leap away from the Cold Feet Dragon Tail that's going to come out at level 2, level 3 from RNG, and then try and save Faith Beyond.
RNG is not gonna try to focus Mirana at all. Like, AA is doing a really good job just keeping her with Chilling Touch, keeping her away from any kind of harassment. Dragonite with 1 point in Dragon Blood early on and the Ring of Protection standing near the tower has 11 armor, so he does not care about Centaur. Yeah, Centaur has that Ring of Taras, which is one of the best cost-efficient item you can get, especially on these strength melee heroes. But if he gets close, once they get level 2, and they are level 2, they might get a kill. Fate Beyond is in trouble if they get close.
Jinkyu going to be taking out some jungle creeps with that arrow for now.
Bottom lane.
Look at the double raid. Oh, bottom lane. Oh, Faith, yeah, you're right. Thanks for that, Lacoste. I was watching Mirana kill creeps, and Faith Beyond dying on the Centaur. So what is that? They hit level 2? Did they even use Dragon Tail?
They did. So Dragon Tail into Cold Feet, it was not perfectly executed, so Centaur could get the stomp off, but still died. And now this bottom lane is just over. Mirana, what she can do is try to jungle and try to make a rotation on the mid lane. Because bottom lane, they can't do anything. You can't kill this Dragonite. He has Buckler and going for that Soul Ring. He just becomes way too tanky. One of the reasons why Dragonite is so popular and even became a first pick material.
September going for a Courier Snipe. Takes out Sylar's little Courier there and swashbuckles away. I was, looking at Mirana farming creeps, but I was also trying to sort of look at these 2 Radiant Observer wards at that entry point in the kind of bottom rune area. So both were looking for that Mirana's rotations in towards mid, making sure that Brewmaster never gets caught out, even if one of them's dewarded.
Brewmaster doing better than I expected. I mean, I don't know this matchup, to be honest. I did not see Brewmaster mid at all for a long time, especially against Pugna. But once Pugna gets like level 5, he should be able to harass him. Also, they need to secure the rune for Brewmaster at 4 minutes.
Yeah, 1 minute away. Does have that bottle backpacked. So Monet unkillable bot.
Pugna is the one who threatens a kill once he hits level 6. But in this case, it's the Brewmaster. Like, you use a split, there's nothing he can do.
Jinkyu being tracked back and scouted by Super. Maybe looking for a courier snipe here, but I don't believe he'll be able to get it. Jinkyu, he's still trying. Yeah, look at that, microing the courier back behind tier 2. And this Mirana in a real awkward position now. Does have the 3 leaps, so leap into TP always available there. But Super getting some really good strong hits in, and no real HP regen to speak of for Jinkyu. So he uses one of the leaps just to get out of arm's reach of Super. Awkward game for the Mirana so far, you've got to say.
Well, as expected, they don't have any kind of setup. She can't land the kill on the bottom lane. As you mentioned, they have these 2 good wards that scout things out, any kind of rotation on the mid lane, so she can't approach. And this is what they do. You can see September going to the mid lane, securing the top rune for Brewmaster. So now he has Arcane Rune, which he will pop it gladly once he hits level 6.
Absolutely, yeah. So they had Super go bot rune. Jinkyu couldn't really contest through an arrow, which was dodged, and like you say, September was at the top spot. So Mirana, okay, is getting experience from killing off jungle creeps, closing in on level 3. But Super on this AA is in an equal position and doing so much more damage. Soul Ring Buckler up for Monet's DK. Faith Beyond's got the triple rings going, though, so at least he'll be able to kind of sustain and get a little bit out of this bot lane. 20 and 2 CS. Not too bad so far, but you can't really contest or shut down the DK. You're not shutting down the... Like, there's no aggression, there's no real kill threat here from EHOME so far.
This is where Centaur shines. Like, you get all these region items, Ring of Tarask, Ring of Felt, and then you start using Double Edge against Dragonite. It's not effective. He does not care about your harassment.
Yeah, what's his HP regen? 18.5 without a Tango, thanks to 3 points in Dragon Blood and the Soul Ring. That's nasty stuff. And he's got a headdress from AA as well, you know.
So that's 21 per second. What we've seen lately is your position 5 or 4s are staying out of XP range a lot, giving your offlane / safe laner a lot of solo XP so that he gets that level 6. So once Dragonite is 6, it's going to be much easier to kill. AA rotates on the mid lane.
Oh, well, they get the kill on the Brewmaster. Arrow forcing the Brew into the hands of Y. And even having that decrap with what level? Yeah, level 2 Purifying Flames. Massive nuke damage. So a good pickup there. With the 2 rotations of the supports of RNG not really coming to anything.
This was the problem. That Pagna got level 6 before Brewmaster. So Pagna, one of the heroes that threatens kill once he gets it. Man, I can't believe Life Drain went from 22-second cooldown to 7 seconds.
It's ridiculous. Does RNG try and get a kill now on the Pugna? Because they've hit 6 on Setsu. So theoretically,
they can't. I mean, he needs to use this spell to remove the haste from Pugna, and it's not going to be that easy.
And look at Pugna. Takes out a quarter of Setsu's HP immediately. And then he's got Life Drain back up now, already available for him. Jinkyu just farming jungle now on this Mirana. Oh, there we go, another Life Drain with a decrap. Yeah, alright, that's balanced. Good stuff. And the great thing here, you know, EHOME are starting to drag attention away from Sylar. So TB at 42 and 6. Pops Metamorphosis yet again. Shoving this wave with a catapult. It'll get taken out, though. Denied by Sylar. I do pop the Brew ulti mid, but I guess that was defensively. Haste Rune out by Pugna.
Exactly what I talked about. He uses it, tries to get a Dispel on Pugna, but it takes way too long for the cast animation, so Pugna can just use haste and run away.
Oh, nice attempt. Jinkyu still with the Starstorm decrep. They go in onto Brew once more. With 15-1 charges, he does bring himself back into fighting shape, but a Stampede from Centaur allows him to sprint forward and another Life Drain. Setsu down. Centaur uses the Stampede to escape from Monet and Super. They want another Dragon Tail, and it looks like they'll have it. Stun him up with a Cold Feet, and Faith Pian will fall down bottom, so at the very least a trade. But Setsu's Brew now 2 deaths in quick succession, and Primal Split used to no avail.
Brewmaster is not a hero that loves to play from behind. I've seen this quite a lot. Like a year ago, Alliance was pretty much the only one who was playing Brewmaster on the mid lane. And if you shut him down, if he does not do anything with the first Primal Split or 2, the hero's just done. You don't have any kind of flash farming ability. You don't scale.
Yeah, what are his talents like? 15 damage, 200 HP. Magic resistant 15 is pretty good up against this EHOME lineup. But item-wise, he is going straight into the blink. We used to see Hand of Midas on Brew, right? Like Midas into
That
blink.
was one of the best items for him. Just get him to... His talents are insane. Like 15 damage, clap slow, then you get 100 attack speed, and you become like a super core. We've even seen before, like Hand of Midas, then you get to level 25, you buy Octarine core, and you have Permas. Primal Split. Ice was doing it before.
Or the Echo Saber build on Brew.
Yeah.
That was always fun. Vanguard up for Faith Beyond. Take a look at hero levels. Pugna up at 8. Pretty balanced between the cores there. Everyone cracking up to 7. Still waiting for the supports to hit 6, of course, though. This life drain mid. Every time I hear it, I'm like, right, are they trying to kill? No, it's 7-second cooldown. Veil, Decrep, Blast, and life drain. This might just finish off Setsu, you know. Ooh, it's close. Gets behind the tier 1. Why? Not quite nearby enough to snipe that one out. But it's Setsu having to run all the way back home. And I'm wondering with this now, Primal Split off cooldown, does he TP to a lane to try and find a kill somewhere else?
Ideally, you would want to fight Terrorblade, but they can't find him. There's no aggressive vision besides the one on the bottom lane, and TB is not farming there. Also, I would want to see Pagnas going for more points in Decrypify. You get so much more out of it because of the life drain. Life drain goes down to 6 seconds, and sorry, Decrypify goes down to 6 seconds, and life drain is 7 seconds, so you can use those permanently.
Yeah, it's real sweet. Terrorblade heading into Yasha with the triple Wraith Bands, tons of agility. And September with Flywind now trying to take out the outpost. 10 minutes hits. Not quite fast enough. One outpost apiece as Super, oh, he gets picked off down south. Near the outpost in that Radiant jungle. This is the big threat of the TB now, though. He's farming jungle, he's accelerating very quickly. DK, Mars, Pugna still up ahead of him, but that shouldn't last too long. And EHOME are coming down bottom for a tower now. Centaur's tanky enough to just walk straight into the tier 1. Level 4 Nether Blast with Y to keep them all sustained and healed. And Setsu seems a little bit lost, yeah. He's been pinged out in that jungle. EHOME know exactly where he is.
We see a rotation on the bottom lane. TB with the TP. Also, one benefit for this Terrorblade with Iron Talon, it works on Ancients now.
A big stack of Ancients coming out as well. Does he get both of those stacks? Beautiful from Sylar. Metamorphosis up.
Sylar used that quelling, sorry, Iron Talon.
There we go, he does. All because of you. You call for it and he gets it. Bottom lane, Arena of Blood. Amone runs, turns to fight with the Dragon Form, back onto Faith Beyond. And this Rolling Thunder doing a hell of a lot, but they've got the save. And the Stampede to try and run away. Unfortunately, they lose the Oracle, but it's a massive rotation, heavy commitment from RNG to try and get just 1 kill on a support while EHOME fully retreat. And Moonlight Shadow Stampede gets them out of danger very quickly.
You can see how RNG adapts. Even Dragonite is going for Hood. Magic resistance. He is afraid of this Pugna and Life Drain. We saw how extremely good it was 2 days ago. And even Mars is going one, just building pipes, so magical damage mitigation against this kind of a lineup, on top of Pugna having a Veil.
Desperately needed. They've got the blink on Brewmaster now, 12 minutes in, still pretty good. 4.3k net worth on Setsu. But that Blink Dagger, it's always an item that you need to utilize. It's an investment in aggression. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a big smoke up with 4, maybe even 5 heroes here from RNG just to try and get something going. Or, they do this. Ignore the smoke, sod that, just go for a tier 1. You've got everyone set up for it. Blink Dagger ready, but Mirana with a leap is not the ideal target to go on. 5 heroes on the mid-tier 1. They are grouping up incredibly heavily. So EHOME get the better trade out on the map. Tier 1 being pressured top and bottom. TB still farming jungle.
If you look at the heroes from RNG, they're very bad at taking towers if Dragonite does not use his ulti, so they just group up and take it by force. Dragonite taking everything. 22 armor, 33 region per second. Not bad.
Well, look at the tier 1 bot.
On Mirana will cripple that region.
My goodness. Mars at least defends the tower top lane. Pugna Oracle not sticking around for anything more as they saw that 5-man death ball from RNG. They disengage. But still, Sylar untouched in the jungle. Very tanky Centaur, and this is one of his big peaks, right? He's got Hood, Vanguard, Ring of Tarask, Boots coming out. Yeah, there are the Boots for Faith Bian. He'll be that frontliner. Okay, it's time. Smoke up, Setsu Super. They want to go and kill someone. Find the TB wherever he's lurking in the shadows. Sunder is there.
They know. They're pinging it out, but it's only illusion.
That is the... Oh, they know where the real one is a little deeper. High Ground Observer Ward spots him out perfectly. Sylar has already retreated.
It's way too close to a tower.
So they'll go on Centaur instead. Stampede from Faith Bian. Get out of the cold feet, and there's no follow-through. That disengage working beautifully yet again from EHOME.
Very even game in terms of net worth. No team. I think this benefits more EHOME. Right now, their lineup is not ready to take a fight against Hood and another pipe on Mars. So they're just waiting for TB.
God.
Wait, what?
Setsu just lost half of his HP to one blast. Veil, Decrep, Life Drain. Jeez Louise. He's got Boots of Travel, Aghanim Scepter queued up on Setsu. Does Ag still the same thing, right? It gives the spells to the Brewlings, but he stuck around too long middle. He's been zapped of the majority of his HP, so Faith Bian can finish him off with a double edge. Deary, deary me.
Clipify plus double edge. That's like 700 damage.
Yikes. Oh, swashbuckle away. Pango trying to hold on to this tier 1, but he needs Monet's DK to come in and buy a bit more time. Another blast, but the glyph was still there. And now Moonlight Shadow to get out of danger. I'm not sure. They've got one sentry here as revealed. Now the dust comes out. Ice Blast will connect on Oracle, so they snipe Y. Rolling Thunder forward. But yet again, Moonlight Shadow gets the majority of EHOME out of a sticky spot.
And they are pinging terribly on the bottom lane. They still want to take a fight. Brewmaster did not use a split. Like with mid Brewmaster who rushed a Blink Dagger, you want to keep fighting.
Yeah, and there's no Stampede for 10 seconds. They know that Oracle's dead and Moonlight Shadow's down. So all of those defensive abilities unavailable. But Sylar is so good. Like his map movement this game, 15, 16 minutes. He hasn't died once. Okay, he hasn't got any kills or assists either, but that's Terrorblade in a nutshell. You're waiting for that kind of 20-minute mark. You get your Manta style, and then you're ready to really push out and fight. If you
see a second 0, that means, yeah, he did not die. But if there's a 0 on the first and 0 on the third number, that means, yeah, he was nowhere near the fight. So second 0 makes sense.
Get those zeros going. Seems like a perfect game for the Terrorblade so far. And there we go, the collapse of the mid-tier 1. And Setsu has blinked in here, forcing the primal split from himself. Jin-Q still has 2 leaps and plenty of stick charges. So Setsu, weird.
Split for what?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, they are pressuring tier 2 down bottom lane, but like you said, with no dragon form, a difficult grab, while the heavy push from EHOME, Pugna, Terrorblade, Centaur, the trio of tower hitters, whacking away at tier 2. The Dragon Tail stops the stomp, but in comes the Rolling Thunder. September moves forward and Flywind with the Arena of Blood, catching Faith Bian inside, but EHOME are kind of ready here. They are concaving around this area as Faith Bian can get saved up by Y. Stampede out again, and he's still going to survive, and the turnaround comes. The tier 2 falls. EHOME get what they came for, and the defense from RNG just not good enough.
They didn't even pop the Oracle ulti.
Yeah. I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm so sure they'll need it, but no, they just, Fate's Edict, Stampede, and Faith Bian's out of there.
There was a little bit of misplay. Mars used the spear to get him on top of the edge of Arena, and then AA ulti missed. It was about to hit. I don't think they would get the kill. Oracle was there to save him. Dragonite just finished his Heaven's Halberd, so that's gonna be another way of disarming Terrorblade. You can afford to go for like more defensive items on your Dragonite. He still deals a lot of damage because you have this level 15 talent that gives you extra 30.
It's just this Brew feeling very lackluster for Setsu. Lowest net worth of all the cores. And Boots of Travel, okay, he'll be able to kind of split push out a lane and then join the fights. But it's an odd position for him to be in. And EHOME are coming down en masse. Look at them, 5 heroes swinging down towards the bottom tier 2. Seemingly pretty content to give up their top tower as long as they can get into this jungle area. Come towards the mid tier 2. And Roshan surely has to be an objective that they are eyeing up for that Terrorblade in the coming minutes.
They see the Dragonite does not have ulti anymore, so they will put the pressure on the bottom tower.
Where's Faith Bian? Blink Dagger only a couple of gold away.
Only Pangolier has 1 dust. That's not enough.
Well, they're jumping Oracle, but again, the Stampede. Out of the arena they go. Nothing to say TPing home. September cannot follow through. RNG trying yet again to set up a fight, but they're able to put TB back up to top to farm. It's just control of the map here from EHOME. Every step of the way has been perfect.
It's slow, methodical game. Only 8 kills combined, 19 minutes in. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like a lot of stuff is happening. It's just they're not getting any kills.
Oh, Setsu toying with death there as he blinks away. A jump in, the Mars blink. Opens things up on Centaur, who has 2,300 HP, Vanguard, and Pipe. So, yeah, not going to be able to do anything to him. What are we looking at neutral item-wise here? Just saw Vambrace come out for the DK. Dragon's Tail, Mars, People's Gift, Pango. AA has the shovel, very nice. Are they going to try and jump anyone? Centaur's the only one really showing out on the map, and Faith Bian feels pretty unkillable. They'll try with a spear back. Oh no, chain stuns him up. But that's not a lot of damage. Arena of Blood being used by Flywind too. But where's the follow-through? Ice Blast from Super is ready, and they're going to try and throw it out now. It's coming. Maybe they can kill Faith Bian. The save not there from Oracle. He held onto it and just lets Faith Bian die.
Dragonite still has like 15 seconds left on his ulti, so they might chip away some damage on the tower, try to force a buyback, which he does not have.
Primal Split ready. There's the jump. Clap into Split. Why? Gonna get chased down here, and a Rolling Thunder from September, rolling and crashing onto the Oracle Mirana. Y has to save himself with a false promise now, but he's stunned up, and this should be the end of him. Spear back into the tower, good damage onto the Mirana, 2 leaps, but no stick charges, and that's another kill. Oracle buys back, Mirana can. The tower, how are we looking? Still pretty healthy, as RNG they've got to disengage. Flywind far too deep, the life drain and the purifying flames still healing him up. He's got to blink out, and Mars will escape with his life. Stampede. They want to chase this one down, but Flywind, he can TP out here. He's got phase boots, blink in 4. He's holding on to it. He doesn't want to TP. Fine. He's okay.
They can't chase. Meanwhile, while that was happening on the bottom lane, top lane, Terrorblade took a tier 3 tower. One of the reasons why they did not want to take a whole fight at their own base, so they were fine with just losing 2 heroes.
So Sylar TB just whacks down a tier 3, no big deal. MKB coming. As Sylar has that Manta. MKB. I guess magic damage up against the Dragonite, these kind of tanky heroes with a lot of armor is pretty good. Brew. Still has the dodge chance. Is there any other evasion there? I guess it's mainly just about the magic damage, right? Oh, of course, yeah, you're right. The Halberd is there from DK. True.
But it's... These 2 cores have hood. Like, Dragonite is prepared for that MKB against both right clicks from TB and procs from MKB, which are magical.
Dragonite out in the open. Pugna TB. Also, Pugna DD with a Terrorblade and an Oracle down here. Just hitting creeps with illusions. How far is Setsu now? About 2.2k? No, 1,600 off of the Aghanim Scepter. Very bad mathematical skills, Gareth. Mid lane, zap out onto Jinkyu. Blink Spear into Ice Blast, nicely executed. 8-4 at 23 minutes. It feels like one of the pacifist, most sort of passive games of Chinese Dota we've seen so far.
Jinkyu couldn't find any openings on Mirana. To be honest, it was not a good Mirana game to start with. And I don't like this skill build. You're maxing Starstorm instead of maxing the arrow. Like if you hit the long distance arrow, it's 500 damage. And it lowers the cooldown.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oracle going around D-warding.
Radiant's bottom tower
RNG
is
have to
under
defend that
attack.
bottom lane.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And it's always one of these troubles when you feel that you're behind in map positioning. You want to put yourself in a spot where you can trade towers, but I feel like EHOME just have the upper hand in any of those scenarios. Like Centaur can put himself out on the map and split push, hide in the trees, clear out a wave here and there like he's doing now, draw attention of the opponents to come back in, but it's TB Pugner that can just plonk themselves down in a lane and push tier 3 and high ground.
Pugna's Nether Ward is not that strong this game. They have like 4 strength heroes.
And all these pipes and hoods like you've been talking about. Oop. September Vlad's. It's been a kind of a sad game for this Pangolier. Hasn't had too much to do. He's getting some decent rolling thunders out. RNG do need to really get into those back lines, kill the Oracle first, then find the TB. Pugner's also a massive target for them to get. But EHOME in this position here where they are threatening high ground with all of their ultis available. Moonlight Shadow
Radiant's bottom tower is
to
under
hide them
attack.
away. RNG sitting near their mid tier 2. No commitment just yet. Interesting that EHOME don't think they can take a head-on fight into, I guess, Mars ulti, Ice Blast. These big team fight ultis are very spooky if you're pushing up into a choke point.
The prize is mine.
Smoke from RNG. Let's see if Pugna shows on the bottom lane. He's hard to catch. Sneaky little Skelly has a blink dagger and he just DPs out.
Terrorblade illusions. Monet, sad, sad times. He's got Mjolnir. He can clear through them, but the TP illusions kill almost the full creep wave mid lane. They do get a long arrow. Setsu stunned up with a stomp, and the Ice Blast coming forward as Setsu tries to escape with that drunken brawler, but Yule's up. He can't blink. He can try to primal split, but that's the end of his life.
He just said primal split. Didn't cast it. Right now, EHOME can try to go into Roche Pit and force a buyback from a Brewmaster. Even though Brewmaster is low level, level 15 for a mid laner, 26 minutes in is not the greatest. So he'll be out pretty soon.
Flywind, double damage rune. Moving into that BKB. Kind of surprised here with Brewmaster dead. They didn't try Roshan, but they do jump the Terrorblade. Stun him up, but there's the Fate's Edict. They've got some saves behind Sylar. Cold Feet will try and catch him, but he's popped Manta, turns with a Metamorphosis. And that Mars getting annihilated just by a couple of illusions as September. Rolling Thunder going to get dodged out. And the Dragon Knight focusing Centaur, the biggest target that EHOME have. Nothing comes of the teamfight initiation. Does RNG want to go for round 2? EHOME say, nah, we're going to fall back.
Terrorblade needs a BKB for himself, and he just buys it. Like, didn't have anything queued up, but after that fight, he realized I need to take care of myself. He was disarmed by Heaven's Halberd, which is undispellable. So you need to use a BKB.
They've stunned the
Alright,
TB.
they're gonna go.
Nice force stamp. Gets him out of the Ice Blast. And Centaur tanky enough with that Blink Stomp just to walk in, walk out. Primal split here from
Another
Setsu,
disarm.
and they're still focusing the Terrorblade. Sylar, false promise BKB. He's got a Sunder at the ready. Who's he going to go on? Monet's the target. Super dropping low as Faith Beyond. The Stampede's now down, so the chase limited from EHOME. RNG looking to reset. Super the only one to fall so far. And Monet able to focus down Y with September, destroying the Oracle. So 1-for-1 exchange. As RNG looks like they did get the upper hand in this fight, all things considered.
They only won the fight. I mean, it's not even. It's pretty even. Like, they didn't kill any of the cores. TB got a kill. Also, Sylar needs to be more careful about using his BKB. He used BKB while there was still disarm from Heaven's Halberd, so there was like 3 seconds of BKB wasted.
And finally, Roshan time. RNG trying to sneak it out. But Jinkyu has the arrow to scout them inside the pit, and they've not done that much damage. He's sitting around half HP. Oracle can buy back 15 seconds on that death timer. I wonder if they try and take a fight here, if Terrorblade just pushes down bottom lane and gets a tier 3 for the exchange. Because Sylar, okay, now TP's up to the outpost. Mars, he's got to jump, catch in, does shove. That Centaur back, got clipped by the Ice Blast, so Faith Beyond ticking, but the Force Staff out of the pit, drifting around as September rolling himself around. Jinkyu has leapt forward. Arrow will slide on into the Dragon Knight, but he's got that pipe going, still has the hood available for him as well. Now Blink stomp onto DK. Sylar Metamorphosis gets turned on though. And that Mjolnir zapping his illusions, doing a great job, Monet, to clear out the damage output from Sylar, who now BKBs. He doesn't, but he does have a Sunder still ready. As Faith Beyond wants another stomp, but the Dragon Tail stops him in his tracks. In the back, they've got a Blink. Yule's up onto the Primal Splitting Brew. He's not got it ready. It's 4 seconds cooldown. He's jumped in with no ulti. And a Stampede to get EHOME out and up on the high ground. As that Setsu Brew buys back and wants to continue this fight because Roshan sitting on 3,000 HP. Still a viable option here for RNG, and they're pinging it. They want to go back in the pit. Roshan, arrow stunned up. Metamorphosis is going to be down in like 10 seconds time. Seems like a good spot for RNG to keep on going.
Bottom lane is pushing in. There's still no catapult, so they can go in and try to take it by 4. Mirana showing on the top lane. Mars has to be one of the better heroes against DB. Once he uses Bulwark, redirects the damage to himself.
They do try and finish off Roshan. No contest now. EHOME just giving it up. Where's Pugna sitting at? Dagon level 2. I think the third one is coming. Yep. Third level of Dagon here for Pugna. Do they only have one Force Staff on EHOME? It feels like they've got so... like, the Force Staff of Centaur just does so much work as why. Getting picked off in the Radiant side jungle. Or maybe not. He's false promised up. Blinks away and TP's home. Beautiful from Y. Blink Dagger Oracle. See ya.
He wants to be able to stand as far as possible from a fight and then save his allies. September, he just hit level 15, one of the better talents in my opinion. The extra 4 seconds on such a crucial ulti to win you a team fight, and he's going for a Basher next, which I really like. That's a position for Pango. TB needs mana item. Alright, he's going for Scotty.
Get those extra stats going. Moonlight Shadow. As he yules into Arrow. Setsu forced to Primal Split, and he's giving chase here, but a Stampede allows EHOME to retreat with the Moonlight Shadow, giving that invisibility. 2 ultis used defensively though, 80 seconds and 95 remaining. As Brewmaster tries to find Centaur top, but this is the thing, this EHOME lineup are playing the map so well, forcing that just... RNG can't get out across towards the enemy base. They would love to go and take a fight under a tier 3 somewhere. But EHOME don't give it to them.
Dragonite is way too scary at the moment. He has the same amount of farm as Terrorblade, Daedalus, and Fuel Mjolnir, so a lot of damage output in a short period of time. Even has a Paladin sword. The only way they kill this Dragonite, if DB gets slow and they use Sunder on him and then just burst him down. Terrorblade, alrighty. Silver Edge. So he wants to be able to break the Mars, break Pango, DK, and Brewmaster. I mean, you can only break one guy at the moment.
Spicy. And he's got that Mindbreaker as well still. I would love to see this Dragon Knight go Aghanim Scepter after BKB.
Yeah, one of the reasons why Silver Edge is such a good item is that debuff now reduces regen and heals by 50%.
Great.
Have you seen that one where you use Spirit Vessel and Silver Edge on someone, and if their allies use heal, they actually damage them instead of heal? It's pretty insane.
God damn. Negative heal. Negative regen. Well, again, the Stampede gets them out of danger, but it puts them into a nice map spot where they can kill off the Pangolier. RNG felt pretty good chasing EHOME away as Terrorblade caught by Flywind. Monet has the Dragon Tail, good chain stun, but a bit of heal and a bit of save as Y and the Pugna, allowing Sylar to walk it off again. He still has Manta and BKB. Do they have reveal? They need a gem on this. Oh, they do. Flywind has one, yeah. But look, as soon as that happens, they've got Mirana farming, taking outposts. Centaur is able to keep himself going as well. And RNG, since 10 minutes in, have been going around as this 5-man ball, trying to make things happen. EHOME not giving up an inch.
EHOME has a good lineup in terms of just prolonging a team fight with Life Drain, resetting, Centaur, ulti, 4 staffs, anything from Oracle. While RNG wants to win a fight right now, use a split, and get the most out of it. Same goes for Dragon Knight ulti. Mars is strong, but only if Arena is up.
Oh, the Force Blink Stomp, the long-range catch. 3 blinks on this dire side now. Getting right up into the face of September, who doesn't have buyback. Now Primal Split, trying to focus Faith Bian. He's tanky, but is he that tanky? Life Drain will keep him up and running as the Ice Blast flies in onto that Mars Arena. But RNG struggling just to bring down one hero. Faith Bian finally gone for 70 seconds. The Terrorblade, he's battling into Monet, but like you were saying, Monet's got a massive chunk of damage to swing back into him himself. Sylar still with the Sunder, has Manta and Silver Edge. False Promise up to buy him time and pop the Aegis. As Setsu caught by Y. One more zap, there we have it. Purifying Flames to do the job, and Sylar, he is kept up, destroys that poor Brewmaster and Ancient Apparition in the back lines. Picked off by Nothing to Say, so a 5-man wipe as EHOME come through strong. Powerful maneuver, and this Life Drain not only aggressive with a 7-second cooldown, but putting Sylar back to full HP.
They actually killed 7 heroes. Flywind bought back, and they had Age. This game might just be over. Terrorblade is way too strong. They have too many heals, saves for him, and as I just mentioned, RNG wants to take a fight and win right now. This Brew Split, even though he has Aghanim Scepter and level 20 talent with extra HP to the bowlings, it doesn't do anything.
He's being annihilated. An E-Blade from Jin Q finishes him off, and that's a dive back from Monet. Full lane of barracks gone top, and with a double catapult wave mid, it's GG. They've called it. Game 1 goes to EHOME. 22,000 lead in a 14-10 game when it was that superior map movement, the saves on the Terrorblade, disengaging from every single fight that RNG tried to start with. Stampede, Moonlight Shadow, False Promise, a really, really beautifully set up draft.